Yo, yo.
Hi, and welcome back to my next episode. And this is a very special episode because this is getting released for World Kidney Day. And the theme for this year is living healthy on the journey of CKD. For those of you who've never met me before, I've been a caregiver for a person who fights chronic kidney disease. And since the theme is living healthy on CKD, today I'm choosing one part of my journey which was pretty fun to work around with, and that's my weight loss journey. While it was from the outside just being about weight loss, there were so many other things that happened from inside, and I would like to call it self-love or self-growth. So my journey of weight loss was always there. I always wanted to lose weight. I always wanted to look good, look pretty, look hot, look sexy. And I've tried a lot of things over the last maybe 10 years, 12 years. Crash diets, quick fix solutions. Did I get results? Oh yes, I did get results. But was it permanent? No, it wasn't permanent. I think the change happened in the year 2018, and the change was when I decided to donate my organ to my husband for a second transplant, and I was then weighing 80 kilos. And I remember going for all the tests. I was pretty fit, I was pretty active, everything was approved, and I got an okay to donate my organ. But one day when I see myself in the mirror and I realized that I was actually 80 kilos heavy, the one thing that went into my mind was, if I could love somebody so much and actually give them an organ of mine, then I better start loving myself and taking care of myself. It was actually then the realization started, and it took a little more time to actually get into action, but it actually started happening slowly by slowly. In the year 2019, when I started my workouts and actually started getting into a healthier lifestyle, 2 weeks before our transplant, my husband was diagnosed. My husband had an aortic dissection type A, which is a tear in the heart of the aorta wall, and he had to go on for an open heart surgery. And from then, things took a complete U-turn. He underwent 9 different surgeries, which I'm going to be talking about in another video because that's an epic episode in my life. But he underwent 9 different surgeries, which included his first open heart surgery, his lung surgery, his second transplant, and a perineal abscess, and the list could go on and on. It was then that something actually started happening within me, because I actually seen life, all its uncertainties unfold in front of me. When I just thought, okay, I'm going to donate my organ to my husband, and we're going to come back and live this wonderful life together as a family. And then I see one surgery after the other, one surgery, and none of them were small surgeries. It was then I realized that how much of life we take for granted. Those of us healthy, how much of things we've taken completely for granted that we've not valued, so many things that we are blessed with. And did I get into full-fledged action of choosing a healthy lifestyle? No. Because by this time, when he was admitted on the 1st of February, by the time I actually reached April first week, I already reached mental depression and I needed to seek help. I was so tired that leave about doing any workout, I just couldn't process any information because by now Sumi was already 3 months in hospital, 2 months in the CCU, and I had completely given up hope in life. And trust me when I say that, I had given up hope. I had no place to go. And it was somewhere in the month of May where I seen this article, and it was the DHRM run that was happening in the month of June or July. And I said, you know what? Let me start running. And the reason I actually wanted to start running is not because I actually wanted to get on fitness, but I wanted to run away from somewhere, and I couldn't run away from my circumstance. I couldn't run away from my kids. I couldn't run away from my husband. So I thought, let me just start running from something. And that's when I actually started running. And then I went to meet Dr. Anand, who also trains a lot of runners, as a dermatologist and somebody very important in my life. I went and met him, and I remembered him very clearly telling me, if you want to take part in this run, you're still not fit, you've not prepared enough to take part in this run. And I'm sorry, you will not, we'll probably train you for the next run. And I remember so clearly looking into his eyes and says, Doc, I need to take part in this run. Please tell me, what should I do? And he looked at me and he seen so much of intensity in my eyes. And he asked me, why is this run so important for you? And I gave him a small little a small little synopsis of what was happening in the hospital and my life. And I said, I need to run. I need to find myself. And he then said, okay, let me help you. And he gave me a regime. I started training and I did my run. And it was from then that things started slowly turning around. Every time I ran on the road, I actually came back home feeling a little better from the rest of the 24 hours that I probably experienced in my life. Because by then I lost sleep. I used to sleep for 2.5 hours, 3 hours maximum, that also with the help of medication. And things became a little better, at least for that 1 hour. So that's where my fitness journey started. And like I said, this is not a journey of weight loss or fitness. This is a journey of a complete U-turn of this person that you see in front of me. From baby steps of walking to running, and then I love lifting weights, hitting the gym to lift weights. And then is when I started getting compliments from outside. And the funniest compliment I get is like, your husband is so serious fighting for life. Why are you beginning to look better physically, prettier, hotter, sexier? And those were the feedbacks I actually started getting. Probably not the best time to get those feedbacks because I never knew what answers to give them. But today I can smile about it. But however, from there I started feeling good about myself from the outside. But did the change happen from inside? No, not yet. But the outside change did manage to initiate a change, a mind space from the inside. And that's when I started taking to a little bit of meditation. I started meditating in the mornings, and then slowly it went from meditation in the mornings, meditating in the evenings as well. And spending those moments in silence was the best thing that happened to me, because that's when the change happened from inside. Because I started seeing myself getting back to my old avatar of being working from a place of groundedness, that is love, passion, clarity. And nothing around me changed. My husband was still in the hospital. He was still fighting life and death. I still had 2 kids, 8 years and 4 years. But what started changing was something from the inside. The way I dealt with things was beginning to change, was beginning to look a little more easier, was beginning to make more sense. And by the end of my husband actually coming out from the hospital, I became a very different person. My eating habits changed. I started eating healthy. I started working out twice, morning and evening. I started meditating and praying. I started doing so many things as a complete lifestyle change. And while people seeing that change of weight loss journey from an 80 to a 63, I didn't just see myself coming down on the weight scale. I see myself change as a human being. And the reason that I'm actually telling you this part of my episode today is because since the message for World Kidney Day this year is living healthy on the journey of CKD, trust me, I've been on this journey of CKD for the last 9 years, but I decided to make this change in the most difficult year in my life. And that's because I realized I hit a point. If I don't make that change right now, I'm going down the complete wrong side, and I knew it was going to be difficult for me to take that change later on. And this was one of my most proudest episodes in my life, because I was so proud of what I could do when life completely challenged me and took me unawares of myself. I was able to turn the situation completely around and inspire myself, inspire people around me. And when I came out of the episode of those 9 surgeries, I held my head up high, completely proud of what I've done with my life. And while you're on the journey of CKD, or you might be facing so many different challenges. It may not be physical health, it could be mental, it could be just regular problems of a human being. I just want you to remember that take up the challenge. Begin with self-love, because nothing around you will change. The only thing that you can change is the way you see the situation, your perspective, and for that, you have to start by changing yourself, and nothing like self-love. Thank you very much once again for watching this video. Sending you loads of love, and let's start loving ourselves a little more than what we did